Hello there, it's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and I'm here today to do my last video for the weekend. Probably a really long video, and also probably a really strange video. Honestly, not super sure how this is gonna go, but the basic theme is to compare a 10 yuan packs of Goddess Story, which are ostensibly 10 times more expensive than the 1 yuan packs, and we're going to see if they are 10 times better. That's the idea, anyway. So we're going to be ripping an entire box of 1 yuan packs, so like 36 packs, so a lot of packs. That's why I got my big scissors out, because we're going to open a lot of packs today. Now, we're only going to open 4 packs of 10 yuan, though, because that's like, the roughly equivalent 40 to 36, right? Basically the same. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to compare them and see which gave us better hits, basically, is the idea. Now it's going to get weird because I don't know exactly which 1 yuan box I'm going to get yet. We're going to open a package that came in the mail that has 3 of them in it, and it's pretty special, so we're going to talk about that too. But before we do any of that, we're actually going to do this. And since I know you don't want to watch this, I will mark the video. You go ahead and skip right past this part. But today is the Super Bowl in America, which is like a football, like a giant football game, I think people play. Anyway, a lot of people get really excited about it. It's a whole thing. I don't know much of anything about sports generally, especially not football. And so I'm going to open up this box of Chronicles draft picks from Panini instead. So this is what I'm opening for Super Bowl. It's got a lot of licensing stickers on it. What this is Chronicles is kind of Panini's sort of amalgamation set with all different types of cards in it. And you can kind of see on the back here, there's just tons of different types of cards that you can get. Draft picks means that these are going to be college players who are eligible for the draft in 2022. Now that's trouble because these cards are old. And so it's possible you could pull something from this really cool, like it's totally possible, and you get something of a player that ended up being really good, right? But at the same time, a lot of these players did not make it, right? Like they either didn't make it through the draft or they got drafted, got injured, didn't play well, didn't play at all. So that can happen, right? And so, yeah, opening old packs like this is always a bit weird. It's a pretty cool box design, I'll say that. And yeah, so we should get 4 autographs or memorabilia on average in here, which is also kind of a neat thing about these. You get a lot of memorabilia cards. They're not going to be worth a lot, but you'll get a lot of them, so that's good. But yeah, without talking too much about it, since this is really not the focus of the video at all, let's just try to get through this together as best we can here. So here we go. So that is basketball player. I guess they're all going to be basketball players. Oh, okay. So here is Jalen Sims on auto. So we got 1 autograph. No, not numbered or anything, but still, let's find out if this guy did any good. I just don't know, but I'll go check. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, honestly, not too bad. Anywhere from $4 to $25 for this. I still have no idea if he's a very good player or not. But his newer autos don't sell for as much. So something must have gone wrong or something. I don't know. But yeah, the proper autos from when he's in the NBA don't sell for as much. But this rookie one seems to sell for a little bit more. So pretty cool, I guess. Well, let's keep going here. So there's that. And just kind of, basically we're looking for autos, numbered cards, or memorabilia. You'll notice all the cards look different, right? That's what I love about Chronicles, this particular brand of Panini cards, is they will include a little bit of everything in them. So you get to see a ton of different styles of cards And yeah, it's just kind of nice, I think. Those. Chronicles is a UCLA player. It's right next door to me. Gamma rays, okay. Crazy, crazy. The mosaic. And yeah, don't worry, we'll get through this quick. I have to do it because I have honestly a lot of sports boxes on the shelves, and I never get a chance to open them. So I've got to take the chances I can get. And you know, being football weekend and everything, it seemed appropriate to open up some sports cards. Although this has nothing, literally nothing to do with football at all. Okay, so here we have a jersey card. So this is a 3-up relic. It's not numbered, but it might be interesting depending on whether this Grant Williams did any good or not. Oh, it does not want to fit in a regular sleeve at all. Usually I can get the... there we go. Kind of. Okay, come on. I don't want to put a fat sleeve on it because it doesn't seem fat enough for that. I'll be right back. I'm going to check the comp on this one. Yeah, so again, not too much, but you know, about a $10 card maybe. It was always hard to do comps on these because there aren't a lot that were sold, and if they were, they sold a long time ago. So it's unclear whether you'd actually get that price today. Probably not. But that is the last sale price of that particular card. So technically it's the comp, although we would say that market conditions have changed if we were actually trying to get that comp. So this one is numbered. So that's kind of cool. Don Ross here. Oh, that's this one. Select. You just get every single different type of card that they make, pretty much in these Chronicles boxes. That's just great. I mean, for me anyway, I love it. I love looking at all different types of cards. So, all right, so this is a Duke player, Brandon Ingram, and it's another 3-up relic like that, but this one is numbered because it's got the red variant. So this is the /199. So let me go comp this. I'll be right back. Now that's tough. Nobody is selling the red parallel. There are a lot of the default version being sold. Those are going for about $15. So I would assume this is 20, something like that, maybe. Would be my guess. There should be yet one more auto or relic in this box because there are supposed to be 4 in each box. Remember, this isn't all we're doing. So if you don't want to watch this, just skip ahead. We are going to be doing a lot of God of Story cards after this in the same video, which I know is super weird, but yeah, that's what I do. That's what I like to do. I do weird stuff. There's our other auto. So I always like, when I pull them, I look at them for a second, I'm like, what is this? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's the auto, okay. Like, why is this special? This optic look doesn't, I don't know. I don't like the look of that card too much. All right, and so we have here Alfonso Plummer, an auto. Oh, it's numbered to 49. Jeez, okay. So now it's going to depend on whether that player is any good or not as to whether this card is worth anything. But, you know, a numbered to 50 auto would usually be a pretty good pull from anything. But with these draft pick sets, it really depends on whether that player did any good. So I'll be right back. All right, and there are quite a few of these for sale, so he must not be a completely forgotten player. But yeah, this one is the to 50 like this is worth about $25. So all in up here, what do we got? Maybe, oh, let's be really conservative. Maybe we got $40 worth of cards out of that box, which I think I paid $70 for this box. So I don't think I made my money back on it. But that's okay. With the Chronicles cards like these, I honestly just love looking at them. I don't, I'm not aiming to make profit from these or anything like that. It's not important to me. Oh, we got another numbered card though. Oh, we got another auto, in fact. Okay. So that's 5 in that box. You're not supposed to get 5. But you are allowed to get 5, apparently. Oh, these like goofy looking ones. All right, so this is Johnny Davis, Wisconsin. And it's a select. The trick, though, is these are going to be reprints, and I'll show you how you can tell. So you see down here it says Chronicles Select. That is completely different from regular Select. And so this card on the regular Select printing at 49 is going to be worth a lot more than the Chronicles printing at 49, even though the cards on the front look the same. It's just, that's how collectors work. But let me go comp this one too, and I'll be right back. Yeah, so pretty solid $20 on that one. At least it seems to sell pretty reliable for that. So honestly, for a draft picks box, that's pretty amazing. Like, usually I pull at least 1 or 2 of these where it's like a $1 card or a $2 card, but all of these were kind of double-digit cards, which is great. And so total value here is, you know, something like $60. I'm trying to be conservative, and I don't intend to actually sell them, so I'm never going to know. But that's kind of what I think on these. But for now, we will put them away. And get set up to do something else. Because like I said, this was not even the point of this video. This is just what I did first. Mostly, again, just because I needed an excuse to open sports cards. And I never get one otherwise, so kind of that's what we were doing there. Just really quick, gonna go through, look for a numbered card. There's one. It always happens. I always miss a numbered card. And it might not be worth anything, but I want to get it out of the regular pool, because what's going to happen with these is I'm just going to kind of throw them all in a box. Probably forever. So but the ones that are numbered or signatures or anything special, I won't throw in that box, right? I'll put them in a binder and make sure that, you know, at least they're out and available in case anyone ever does want to trade for them. Although these Chronicles cards rarely really worth anything, like anything serious. You know, $20 is good for these. Whereas you open like NBA Select and you're looking at, you know, I don't even know, $1,000 would be good, right? All right, so here we have a surprisingly heavy box of cards. Here, I believe this is going to be Goddess Story, and it's, I just want to make sure it is before I tell the story of what this is, because it's kind of an amazing thing if it is what I think it is. There's like a bunch of reasons why this is kind of crazy. First, let me just make sure. Well, I mean, they sent me 4 boxes. I don't think I ordered 4 boxes. I need to pause now and check something. I'll be right back. I did. Okay, so I ordered 2 of those, so that is my own fault. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, but now I can tell the story of what this is now. This comes from, oh God, I forgot the name of the vendor already. This comes from a vendor I had never ordered from before, but I'd looked at many, many times. And it's not a small vendor. They are big, but they focus on Goddess Story. So it's Goddess Story Store is the name of the vendor. And they have 3.4K followers, 96 positive reviews. They've been in business for like 4 years. They're a major vendor. I had just never ordered from them before. Again, not too sure why. But what happened is during Choice Week Choice Day in February, this particular vendor has stuff for sale that is just kind of completely insane pricing wise. In fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to pause again. I'm going to set up because I kind of want to share this with you and show you because the pricing on this is so crazy. I really feel like you should jump on this if you're interested in this kind of thing. But hang on, I'll pause and set it up. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, here it is. So this is the vendor again. Goddess Story Store, 3.4K followers, 96% positive. This is what got me to order. You see these prices? This is NS11. This is like the current release. You're getting a 1 yuan NS11 box for $9. Free shipping and a free metal card. So there should be 4 metal cards in this box because I ordered 4 of these. And if you see, they have many different ones. Like they have the 2 yuan, the 1 yuans, they have the NS10. They have like other types of Goddess Story boxes. This particular box is amazing. Like this is a really, really good box of cards. And to see it being sold for that little is criminal. Insane. Jump on that. And yeah, it just keeps going. Like here's Fate's Stay Night for $17 shipped. Insanity. JoJo Rainbow, $17 shipped. Overlord, $20 shipped. Oh, you want Bleach? Craziness. Okay, so yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you because it is such an insane deal here. Like again, this box should be about $15 is what this should cost. You know, $14, $15. So having it for 10 is insane. So what you're seeing here, and let me get this off the screen now, and back to our box here. So this box was sent to me from them after I did that order. I put that order in on February 3rd. February 3rd, right? That is right in the middle of Lunar New Year celebrations. So really, nobody should have been working at all, right? February 3rd. I received this box on February 7th. 4 days. It took 4 days from the day I put the order in to this being at my house. And also, all of this, less than $40. Less than, it was like 38 something, right? Total, shipped, all of this, right? Yeah, I don't even know what to say at that point. It's like such a good deal that it becomes kind of psychotic, right? So here we go. So yeah, these are what I got. And again, they all come with a metal card. The metal cards might even be numbered cards. You know, those metal cards almost certainly worth more than $10. These are usually worth about $20 each, right? So to get to have those and to get that is kind of nuts. All right, and so what do we have here? Well, this is kind of interesting. I have never actually seen a original packaging like this before on one of these. You know what I mean? Like usually you don't see it wrapped quite like this. Usually with this kind of a sticker on it. That's neat. So you can see it was produced on the 2nd of January. It looks like it all was. That's probably just their packing date. Very cool. Okay, so let's get these wrappers off though, because I don't really want these. Okay. There's one. Look at very pretty card. Again, I just showed you, like, this deal is still there. Like, I know I did this on choice days, so I got, like, an even better deal. But it's still there, so if you want to go do this, you could get exactly the same thing for, like, very similar pricing, right? This is a numbered metal card. Also numbered. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. 4 days to get this shipped to me from China, and then it's also really good. Like, holy crap. Hope these boxes aren't fake. They look real. So that's like, it's possible that these are counterfeit Goddess Story comics, which I would be very excited about, but I think probably most people are kind of mad. I know that seems weird, right? Because Goddess Story is already bootleg, right? Like, there's nothing licensed about Goddess Story, and then to have it be bootlegged as or copied as well is kind of funny, I think. But anyway, here's the metal cards that we got. Which, if you only got these 4 metal cards for whatever, $40, like, that would be amazing. Right? So that would be like completely incredibly amazing. You would not be complaining at all if that happened. So yeah, there's a Megumi SGR MSR. And then here is, yeah, very nice. All right, so there's our metal cards. Now, like I said, what my plan for this video is, I know we're like 20 minutes into it now, but my plan for this video is to take one of these 1 yuan boxes and open the entire thing, all 30 packs, right? I thought it was 36, it's only 30, so we're gonna do 3. And then these are 10 yuan packs. So this is also Goddess Story, Little Frog, Goddess Story, same thing, right? This is NS10. Maybe we can even do the same one. Maybe not. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But yeah, what I was going to do is kind of roll to see which of these boxes I open, and then I was going to do 3 packs of this and all of this and see which one's better. So let me get a random.org up. So random.org is the website I use to roll dice. And we're going to roll a 4-sided dice. We'll roll 3 times and take the 3rd result. So first one is a 4. Second is a 2. Third is also a 4. So this is what we're going to open today. The rest of these we will save. Which is, I know when I started this project, I always said I didn't want to have too many Goddess Story cards. I now have way too many Goddess Story cards. Okay, so let me get this set up and then we can talk more about it. Okay, so these are 10 yuan packs. And yuan is this symbol here. And it's basically saying, like, the rough cost. You know how Arizona tea has 99 cents on it? That's kind of what that is, right? Well, it's not 99 cents. 1 yuan worth about 9 to 15 cents. It changes all the time. But these are 10 yuan packs. So one pack would be labeled as if it costs 10 yuan, whereas the pack from here is 1, right? So you pay 10 times as much for this as you do for one of these. That's the case, right? Let's get the wrapping off of this. I'll get a pack out and take a look at it. And the reason for that cost difference is the distribution in the pack, right? They're not exactly the same packs, although they do come from, well, these aren't the same sets, but you can get like a 1 yuan and a 10 from the same set. This is an 11, so this is 1 higher. Let's get this box opened here. And so what I'm trying to say here is like this pack, this costs 10 times as much as this. So 5, 6, 7, 5, 10. Okay. These 10 packs cost the same as this one pack does. And so what I'm trying to figure out in this video is that value proposition correct? Like, is it right? Because I can buy, you just saw me do it, I bought 4 of these boxes for about the same price as one of these boxes, right? So these are significantly cheaper, way more accessible, and a lot easier to buy in bulk than the 10 yuan packs. So we're going to do an experiment today and see if that actually holds in real life. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 more. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more of these. All right. So there we go. We can run the experiment 3 times. And yeah, I'm going to just kind of get rid of this box. Don't need it. Although it is nice. Little Frog puts a card guide on the back of their cards. Of their box. Nice. Okay, so there's a guide to all the cards. And then, yeah, let's get going. And so since this is going to take me a little while and we're already at 30 minutes, I am going to pre-cut all these packs. And what that means is I'm going to do this exactly like that, right? But I'm not going to open, I'm not going to look inside. I'm just going to cut them and then put them back in a pile there. But I'm going to do it paused so that you don't have to watch me do it. And it'll speed everything up a lot. So I'll be right back, and when I'm back, these will all be cut. All right, and I just finished. It took about 10 minutes, so you're welcome. You can see the carnage over here. I'll throw that away now. I promise I have not looked inside any of those. I don't know what's in them. It's a surprise to me as much as it is to you. Okay. And then let's get going. So, 1 10 yuan pack. What do we got in there? We got SR, 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 FR. And actually, this is an FR. This is a secret FR. So some of the FRs have silver printing, and some of the FRs have a rainbow print. See how that is like red and then green and then blue? That's like rainbow style. This FR is sort of the secret upgraded version. And this SSR is an SSR. Okay, so that's a 10 yuan pack. Now let's look at 10 1 yuan packs. We have to go fast, so we're going to go real fast. We're going to be just kind of piling these up by their color down here. So that's purple, right? There's white. And I won't be doing deduping. I will put SRs there so you can see them. Okay, so that's a pink. We got CRs. CRs are kind of a middle rarity between R and SR. They aren't higher than SR. Oh, we got 1 SSR, okay. So, and that's important to understand, right? That the 1 yuan packs, even though they are like 1/10 the cost of the 10 yuan packs, they can have all the same rarities for the most part. There are some exclusive rarities to the 10 yuan boxes, like the Queen rarity, I think. But everything else you can get in these 1 yuan packs. So once again, it's a question of value, right? Will I feel better with these 5 cards or everything I'm going to get from these 10 packs? It almost seems unfair, right? But that's the value proposition that the company is giving me, right? Like that's the value proposition Little Frog is giving me when I walk into a store. They're telling me, hey, collector, you can get this 1 yuan pack for just 9 cents. You could buy a bunch of them. Or You could buy this Fancy Pants pack for 90 cents. Get just one of those. Which one do you like better? They're asking me that when I come in the store. So I think it's totally fair to put that on the table then and say, well, let's find out. Albuido from Overlord. Love that character. One of my favorites, for sure. Another SSR. So we've now beat that 1 yuan, that 10 yuan pack pretty handily. Well, whether we beat it on the entire box will be a whole other question, right? But on a pack per pack basis, it doesn't feel very right to me, right now at least. Box to box, probably the 10 yuan box gives you better total cards. Certainly less bulk. That's something we definitely need to talk about here. Is that you see I'm piling up rares down here. I'm going to end up with tons of dupes of these. I don't really care about them. You know, I want, of course, I want like one complete set, but I already have one complete set. So, you know, at this point, I'm really just piling up rares down here, and they're bulk, right? So I really only care about these cards, and of those, I really only care about those 3. But then from the 10 yuan pack, it was the same. I really only cared about those 2, maybe, and honestly, I don't really care about that card. Although I recognize it is a rare form of the card. Here's another CR, and we got an SCR. So this is now, you know, higher tier than the FR and the SSRs. You know, for example, there might be like one of these in the whole box. But to pull it from a 1 yuan box is awesome. But I think you will. You're kind of guaranteed to get some hits in the 1 yuan box. It's really not guaranteed which hits. And as you look at everything on the table here, please remember that the cost is the same, right? It's such an important thing to understand because, you know, you might say a pack-to-pack comparison is not fair. You have to do box to box. But that's not fair either, because a 1 yuan box costs $8 and a 10 yuan box costs $30. So like for the same price, I can buy 3 or 4 1 yuan boxes. So once again, you have to do the comparison at that cost value level. You can't do it at the count level. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. What am I arguing for here? Because it really sounds like I'm arguing that you should buy 1 yuan boxes only, and that does not feel like a great idea. Like, I don't actually think that's a good idea. Like, I really think if you are serious about collecting Goddess Story cards, you know, like to the point that you want to try and complete them, you should really be buying these. I did a video last week where I explained it. But this is the net box of 10 yuan, and you'll notice it's more compact even than the 1 yuan box. This box, much smaller, way easier to ship, very strong, it'll get to you intact, and also has less bulk in it and more hits than the retail boxes. So that is really the box to get if you're into Goddess Story. What I did here, buying 4 1 yuan boxes, you really shouldn't. You shouldn't do that. That's I'm gonna end up with so much bulk. It's gonna be insane. I mean, it is insane right now, and it's just gonna get worse. Okay, so there we go. So the proposition was buy 1 10 yuan pack or 10 1 yuan packs. And even if we just say, oh, we didn't get any rares at all, right? And then we go, oh, we didn't get any CRs. We just take all of those off the table. Right, and now we're only going to be looking at this. Right? Still, on every metric, the 1 yuan has beat it. Right? Like, there's no way I'm going to sell those 5 cards for more than I'm going to sell these. Because each of these SRs is going to be about $2. That one's $2. Or that might be $5. But that's probably $5. So I believe I pulled more value from the 1 yuans, at least in this first. Let's see if it holds. We need to do this, 3 or 4 times because 1 isn't good enough. It isn't statistically relevant. 3 is really not statistically relevant either. But we're gonna make that work. So okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side. So that was our first pack of 1 yuan and 10 yuan. And that's our first comparison, is right there. And then let's get our next one. So here's the 10s. We're just going to do the same thing again. And we can do it maybe even faster this time. Oh, this is the standard FR. So you see how it's gold colored? There's no rainbow going across. That's the standard. And then we get 1 SSR. Okay, there's our 10 yuan. Now, let's burn through these ones as fast as we can and see what we get on the table here. Put the CR over there. And then we got an SR from that one. That's some cool art, though. This. That's neat, too. Another CR. Another SCR. This is not looking good for the 10 yuans. Already we have eclipsed it, most likely. Just to prove it, I'll pause here. I'm going to go comp that. I'll prove that that is worth about $5. I'll be right back. Yeah, I was totally right. There's one listed for $4.49 right now. Just about $5. There's also one listed for $24 if you want. That's probably not, he's not going to sell it for that. But that gives you an idea of what we're talking about here, right? Like I just pulled possibly a $24 card from a 1 yuan pack. And I get 30 chances to do it for $10. Whereas with the 10 yuan packs, yeah, sure, I have a better chance with each pack, but I have less packs and they cost more. Ooh, this is just an SR, but I just love the refraction work on that. It's so nice. You can even see it go through the hair a little bit there. It's very, very good looking card. I need to go faster. We're burning time here. Another CR. Oh, that is a beautiful Fubuki. Wow. I mean, that one was nice, but this one is really nice. And that's just a rare. They're great cards. I mean, Goddess Story, they're waifus, so yeah, you gotta accept that. But if you can accept that, they are actually pretty nice cards. Like from a design point of view, from an art point of view, from a collection point of view, tech, it's all good. Little Frog is a very good designer. They don't do licensed work. They only do bootleg work like this, but they do very good bootleg work. It's another CR and an SR. So not as many SSRs from these 10, but yeah, maybe that'll change. But that's why I'm doing this 3 times, because I want to, see if it's always that dramatic. Because that first round was like pretty dramatic difference, whereas this one is a little bit more fair so far. Getting this 1 SCR from 10 packs is, you can't really rely on that. But if we get, it looks like we got another one, that's a problem. Yeah, okay, well, I always speak way too soon. Guido. So rare here, and another SCR. And this one is NS08. And at this point, it's like eclipsed. because both of these together pay for that box. Which I know I say it every single time, but like this particular area of the hobby, importing cards from AliExpress and then, you know, selling your dupes on eBay, is as close to a guaranteed profitable activity as you can get right now. Like it is, I don't think it's possible. If you've ever opened a 1 yuan box of Goddess Story and not gotten value out of it, you are the unluckiest person in the world. I've never had that happen. Like every single time you end up with more value, right? And just in the SCRs alone, from this box, we've paid for that box. We haven't even opened half of it yet. And if you really do the work of selling complete sets of rares and, you know, mini sets of SRs, and you find the best characters and price them better and stuff, you can very easily make quite a lot of money opening these. But you can also make that money just relisting them. Like, I don't want to support scalping or anything, but a lot of people are hesitant to order from AliExpress for, you know, really good reasons. Like, they have very good reasons for being hesitant. That's a totally valid thing. But as a result, you know, you're kind of doing a service if you import these and sell the boxes on eBay, because people who are not willing to buy from AliExpress might be willing to pay, you know, $5 more to get it from a local shipper. And so that's kind of how that can work. Now, if you're out there selling Star Wars boxes for $40, I hate you, and you are a scalper, and that's not cool. Don't do that. But if you're, you know, just marking it up a little bit for the work you did and stuff, I think that's completely valid to do. Okay, so we did it again. We did a 10 and 1 yuan. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little closer this time just because we got super lucky pulling 2 SCRs like that. We didn't pull any SSRs at all, right? Last time we pulled like 5. So it's a bit harder, but we still beat it. Like, still conclusively, this is more value than that, just from the SSRs alone. If we price out the SRs as well, it'll easily beat that. So, sorry. Once again, 1 yuan is the winner. And even if we take everything off the table like we did last time, it is still the case. I need to make a little space here. These little boxes, I use these to organize cards as they're moving around the room. So like those are fresh pulls, and then there's to be scanned over there, to be sorted. There's all these little piles of them. But I'm hopelessly behind. I'm never going to catch up. To give you an idea, I have over 10,000 cards in the to be scanned boxes. It's to be scanned, right? And then after you scan them, you still have to put them on the website, which takes like another 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm never going to catch up. But what I try to do is just put like the very best cards up on the site and get the best cards scanned first. Okay, so we're doing this again. Same deal. We opened a 10 yuan pack. We pulled some SRs. We pulled a regular FR again. And then we pulled an SSR of Sailor Moon. Well, one of the sailors. And then let's see if we can do better with a 1 yuan pack. Again, if we get like 3 out of 3, I don't know. I mean, I can do this one more time, but I'm having a really hard time believing that it's a better deal to buy the 10 yuan packs. Unless you are just trying to minimize your bulk, right? If you just want an easy time collecting, yeah, get a case of net boxes, you're done, right? It'll be easy. You open less packs, less bulk, super easy. But you're going to pay like 3 times as much. Whereas if you were to buy a case of 1 yuans and open those instead, yeah, your hands are going to hurt because you would have opened probably 2,000 packs at that point. Actually, I don't know how many packs that would be. Sorry, this is an SR. Let me put that up there. I'm going to pause and figure that out. 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's just about double. So in a case of 1 yuan goddess story, you're going to have about 1,080 packs that you need to open. And in a case of net boxes, at least 15 packs per box there, you would be getting 540. You get 36 boxes in a case. So, and don't discount that. Like you saw here, like I had to pause and cut these all off camera because it takes time. Like it's, you know, it takes time to cut these all and to open them all and to look at them all. You know, I take more time than most people, but even people who go fast, it takes time, right? It's gonna be a long video. Have to remember we did that whole sequence with the college draft cards too. Oh wow, that is nice. It's another SCR. So that one UN box had 5 SCRs in it? I don't think that's right, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know these sets as well as some YouTubers do, so it's harder for me to say. That seems like a lot of SCRs. Although we didn't pull anything higher. We didn't pull an SCR or anything like that. And certainly no queens. But again, I don't really think queen can even be in this. So. That's a very pretty card. And it's a value battle again, right? Like, I know it seems totally unfair to do what I'm doing, but this is the value proposition that Little Frog is giving us when we walk in a store. They're saying, do you want to buy a 1 UN box for this? Or do you want to buy a 10 UN box for this? And so comparing the value proposition of that makes sense to me. I'm probably going to get a lot of comments, people. Because, yeah, I get it. There's like other aspects you need to think about. I understand that. But I'm still 3 times in a row. Like already we've beat that with just these 3, right? And we still have 3 more packs. And that has happened every time I've tried to do this. You know, it's never even been close, right? It's not like we're doing math to figure out which one is better. It's like obviously better on this side every time. And this is no different. Right? I mean, we're not swimming in SCRs from these 10 packs, but we're swimming in SSRs again. And sure, from 1 net box, you will get 15 SSRs. It's guaranteed, right? Every pack's going to have one. We got 8 so far from this box of 1 UN, which means if you had 2 1 UN boxes, you would get more SSRs than you do from a net box. And that costs less. 2 1 UN boxes are going to cost quite a bit less than 1 net box. But you do have a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of bulk to deal with. So do not discount that. As someone who runs an archive here, I can tell you, bulk is the enemy of my life. There's that beautiful Fubuki again. And there we go. All right, so again, like we conclusively beat it. There's no question with these SSRs here. But let's, why don't we just wrap up by getting all the good stuff on the table and see how we fared. And just because I feel like it, I'm not going to include SRs. So we are not going to be including SRs because you would get all the same SRs from 1 UN boxes very easily. There would be no question, right? It's not like you're going to get special SRs from a 10 UN box. These are kind of special though. So. Should have sleeved it. There we go. All right, so that came from a 10 yuan. These came from a 10 yuan. That's not sleeved either. And I apologize. I'm sorry you can't see those well with my background. I know. Can't do much about it right now. And then these. I'm like obsessive about sleeving. I am sorry. These SRs we're not counting. So that's 10 yuan packs. This is 1 yuan packs. Again, we're not going to count the SRs because they would take up too much space. All right, and so there you go. In the end, we have 8 SSRs, 4 SCRs from one yuan box, which cost me $10 because I got the metal card. It would have cost $8 if I didn't get the metal card. So we could say it's $8. That net box cost $24, so 3 times as much. And it will have 15 packs in it. There's 30 packs here, and I could buy 3 of these for the same cost as that. Right? At this point, the only reason you would consider a net box is because you want less bulk or you want the exclusives. Right? These FRs will never be in a 1 yuan box. You're never going to pull them. And there's a couple other rarities, including the top rarity Queen, that can only be in that 10 yuan box. So you're never going to pull it from here. So you've got to keep that in mind. But if you're just trying to get a good collection of cards going and get started, like honestly, the 1 yuan is not a bad way to go. And at $10 shipped to your door in 4 days, I don't think you could do any better than that. That's incredible. So yeah, I'm happy with everything here, but I'm going to end the video now because we're over 50 minutes. It's very long. And I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.